This is Hendrick Tallardar with the March Nullsec recap. Early into the month, Brave Collective, the alliance in which new player-oriented corporation Brave Newbies Incorporated is housed, joined with Test Alliance Please Ignore, Nexus Fleet, and Space Samurai to form a new coalition. The dubbed Hero Coalition stated that the involved parties had a mutual focus on new player interaction, but that there was also no defined agenda at the time of the announcement. Brave's CEO Lichton Condor stated the following.
As a hopefully effective rookie organization, the Hero Coalition will enable us to fully tap into the raw power of the newbie in order to raise pure hell across the next area of space.
While Hero Coalition formed, N3 Coalition member Nullsec seized valuable systems in the Immensia region. Shortly after the Battle of BTAC-R5RB, Nullsec and other N3 members vacated the region, conceding it to the combined Russian Coalition and CFC forces. Since the CFC removed themselves from the southern fighting, the Russians were unable to maintain the line, and N3 were able to take back some of the lost systems. Several days later, it was announced that Hero Coalition would be deploying to the derelict region, specifically to the Sendaya system. The system is located one jump from Curse and a few jumps from Catch. Speculation surrounded the deployment as to whether Hero Coalition would attack Pravi Block, whose border was near Sendaya, or if the fledgling coalition would involve itself in the Halloween War. After the deployment announcement was made, Hero then stated in a public announcement,
"We have been paid to destabilize the entire region, making Catch inhabitable to all of its residents,"
making it clear they intended to assault against all authorities, members of the Russian coalition. Allegations by CFC claimed that Hero were paid by N3 to attack Catch, creating a second front of sorts in the battle lines. Hero leadership denied the allegations, as did N3 leadership. As the month continued, N3 and Pandemic Legion continued to take Immensia by force, killing numerous Russian fleets including several supers and a Solar Fleet Titan. Added to this was Against All Authorities losing Y-FZ5N 6 days after planting a new station in the system. Included in the Alliance update for Against All Authorities, a call was made for more activity out of the Alliance membership. N3 gained even more momentum as Russian coalition members Darkness of Despair suddenly disbanded. The culprit was claimed to be a former leader named Ghoststorm, who allegedly had raised issues with the lack of Darkness of Despair activity shortly before the Alliance disbanded. Darkness of Despair controlled 69 systems, which were quickly grabbed by allies and enemies alike. Predominantly, the systems fell under N3 and Pandemic Legion control, totaling at 46 systems, while Russian coalition members were able to secure 4 systems. Hero Coalition took 3 systems, giving Brave Collective its first ever system claimed in Nullsec. The remaining systems were grabbed by Pravi Block and 2 unaffiliated alliances. Darkness of Despair leadership claimed that they would be reforming the alliance under the Darkness of Despair Renter Alliance, Hand of Despair. To add insult to injury to the Russian coalition, the leadership of member alliance Darkness voted to join N3 Coalition in the fighting, effectively switching sides in the war. The move was seen as controversial by Russian and CFC members, but a welcome blow to the enemies to those within N3 and PL. Later in the month, Hero Coalition member Nexus Fleet announced its disbanding. Nexus had previously been a part of N3 Coalition before separating its ties. After time away from N3, Nexus joined with Hero Coalition in its endeavor to bring new players fun in Nullsec before deciding to close down and being absorbed primarily by Nullsec, a member of N3. In addition to the momentum by N3 and PL, Northern Coalition were able to kill a Goonswarm Titan belonging to noted FC, Mr. V. The kill took place in the Immensia system of GXK-7F and was met with some disputes. The controversy primarily was centered around how NC were able to move the Titan out of the POS shields to enable the kill. Both sides laid out their explanation as to why their theory was valid, but ultimately it would come down to whether or not CCP would accept the petition filed by Mr. V regarding the loss. Not long after that, N3 and PL struck another Russian coalition-controlled system in Scalding Pass. In HJ-BCH, a brawl erupted as the final station timer counted down. As NC sent a Titan in to attack an Archon attempting to rep the station, Russian and CFC forces tackled it and brought in subcapital support. In response, N3 and PL sent in supers and subcapitals to engage. The escalation stopped there as the Russian and CFC opted not to continue fighting once the Titan was safe. The system then fell to N3 and PL, and the month came to a close. March was predominantly a one-sided effort in the Halloween War, as N3 and PL regained footing lost in the immediate aftermath of the Battle of BTAC-R5RB. With Hero Coalition thrown into the fighting, it's still unclear when the war will officially be over, but many feel the conclusion is coming soon. For more EVE Online news, visit themittani.com.